have been like 20, more than 20 over landslides, rain throughout the country. I mean, shattering rain, or rather devastating floods all over the country. What are your comments on this? Is this weather? Is this a climate change thing, or bad planning?
Yeah.
Well,
in this period of the year, of course, everybody knows it's the monsoon. Yeah, we grew up knowing, and we grew up studying in school about the monsoon season. November, December, January, February. Yeah, everybody knows this. Yeah, so it's not a shock that there's a lot of rain. We get a lot of rainfall during this period. But what shouldn't also be shocking information is that because of climate change, we all of us around the globe is gonna experience more intense weather patterns. Yeah, so which means maybe more intense rain and thunderstorm, and some areas also less water and less rain. Yeah, so climate change affects everybody, including us in Malaysia. So we have to accept the reality that this is what we have done to our environment, and this has come back to haunt us in terms of intense weather patterns. So yes, a lot of rain is going to happen, and it's still going to happen in the next few weeks and months. No, we shouldn't just blame it on climate change and think it's act of God. It's not. Yeah, it is us releasing more greenhouse gases to the atmosphere, causing there to be a speedier decline in our environment. Yeah, and this is the consequences.
Okay, there are two schools of thoughts, right? Some people believe in the climate change and they know it's taking place. And there's another group of people who think that climate change is not taking place, and that, I mean, that's different from those who know that inevitably the Earth does go through changes, process of changes, whether we like it or not. That happens too.
Yeah. So 20 years ago, you can be forgiven by saying that, oh, I don't think climate change or global warming is an issue now. But since then, for the past 20 years, every reliable scientist around the world have told us and give us data and proof that the world is getting warmer. The climate is changing faster than we predicted, because naturally, although climate change happens, but because we have released so much of greenhouse gases into our environment, our weather is unstabilizing. So it is now accepted science and data that climate change is upon us. It is due to anthropogenic greenhouse gases that's released into our atmosphere since our industrial revolution. Yeah, so there shouldn't be any more debate. Climate change is real. It's caused by us. Naturally, it happens, but because of us, it's much faster, much speedier, and it is affecting us already now. So the other school of thoughts, I think, are delusional if you think it's just another random act of God. Yeah?
How do we explain the floods that just took place recently?
Yeah. Okay. So what has happened is there's a lot of rainfall around this period of time. Everybody knows this. Yeah. But again, because our politicians, because of our lack of focus, yeah, again we are experiencing the monsoon season without being fully prepared for it. Yeah. So a tropical depression up north means a lot more rain suddenly coming into our country and into the peninsula especially. And people who are caught unaware, members of the public, you and I, we have to rely on our government and our agencies to give us fair warning, put into place warning systems, put into place rescue efforts, and so on. So it's unforgivable that this has happened to us, Malaysians, and a lot of people are paying the price in terms of loss of property, loss of income, damage, injury, and even death. It's so shocking that a lot of people have died because of the past few days.
Okay, there was this recently. There was this thing on social media. It was going, it was being viral, where a weather expert or whatever, who went around saying that there was this tropical cyclonic depression right above Klang. And shouldn't the weather people in Malaysia itself, apparently this came from overseas, and shouldn't the people in Malaysia itself the weather guys, the experts, shouldn't they have known this and gave us this information?
I think there's a lot of good technical people in our meteorological department and even our drainage and irrigation especially, yeah. But I think the problem now lies in the information being disseminated. From a technical information, it should be disseminated to men in the streets. Okay, that apparently has failed. Yeah, people did not get warnings. People were not involved. You know, rescue teams, backup units were not put in place even before all of this hit. And you're right, a lot of people are already telling us that it's going to be this strange weather, intense weather, going to happen very soon. You know, just be alert. What has happened is there was no action in terms of, seemingly there's no action in terms of on the ground, the government agencies, the rescue units, the people who are supposed to prepare for this. There's not a lot of preparation going on. So again, we have to hold our government agencies and we have to hold our government responsible and accountable for this poor response to what should have been a well-rehearsed, well-thought-through process.